Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe from London. Introducing the players. In seat 1, internet qualifier Peter Smythe from Wigan.
More than 30 years experience. Peter's played all over the world. He's also an accomplished chess player. He might be an amateur, but he's a very good one. He beat 2,500 players to cash for $500,000 in an online tournament. Only 5 to get past today. Peter Smythe.
In seat 2, renowned Norwegian player Jan Olav Sjorvik, aka the Bullrog.
Started his career playing in Oslo's underground card room, but he's been a pro for 7 years and even runs his own poker site. He's had success here in London before, winning the European Poker Championship in 2001. He's a dark horse here, Jan Olav Sjorvik.
In seat 3, the only player to have won a WPT and EPT event, Roland de Wolf.
No introduction needed here for Roland. He won the World Poker Tour event in Paris in 2005, took home over $500,000 in the process. He's also a former Irish Masters champion, and in all, he's won around $3 million in prize money. He's the joint favourite at 7-2, Roland de Wolf.
In seat 4, Hendon Mobster, Ram Crazy Horse Baswani.
He is the youngest member of the mob. Ram is in the top 10 on the European Poker Tour's all-time money list, but it's more style than stats that have made Crazy Horse such a huge draw. He's won and lost fortunes in a single sitting. The joint favourite, Ram Baswani.
In seat 5, from England, pro player Ben Grundy.
Well, at first glance, his 6-to-1 odds to win this seat might appear generous. He won $100,000 earlier this year with a 4th place finish in a Grand Prix event in Cardiff. Career winnings of over $400,000. Ben Grundy.
In seat 6, English pro Mr. Nice Guy, or could it be no more Mr. Nice Guy, Mark Goodwin from Birmingham.
And he loves this venue. He was runner-up to Nürburgring here a year ago in the British Poker Open. He's a virtual scratch golfer and a true gentleman at the table. Not far short of $1 million in career tournament earnings. Mark Goodwin, 5-to-1 chance to win here today.
And please give a warm welcome to your tournament director, Mr. Barry Mundy.
The ever-smiling Barry Mundy is our tournament director, here to ensure fair play. Nothing gets past our Barry.
See, they like me more than you lot. I'm their favourite.
Welcome to this heat of the Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe from London. 6 players, only 1 will make it through to the final. They will all start with 100,000 in chips, and we won't stop until one of them has the lot. And what a table we've got here. Roland de Wolf, Mark Goodwin and Ram Baswani, the 3 big names. They're all big mates. They've never played on the same table in a TV tournament together. Ian Fraser's alongside me. We could have fireworks and we could have them early in.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this heat, Trevor. As you say, these guys don't need too much introduction. There we go. There's a massive hand here from Mark. Let's see what he's got to say.
Ram raises to 6,000.
Oh no, don't be out of order like that. Just
and raise. 18
Table
total.
talk already from de Wolf.
Mark re-raises to 18,000.
You see, and these guys, Trevor, they all think that they're all making moves on each other, so it's so good to see them with a genuine hand coming in with a re-raise. It's going to be good stuff for sure.
Mark wins the first hand.
So a small pot for Mark Goodwin. The blinds will start off very gently, just 1 and 2,000, and with 100,000 starting chips. Certainly it'll mean that the internet qualifier Peter Smythe can just get gently into the game.
Yeah, I should think his strategy would be just to sit back and let these big egos have a go at each other first and then try and muscle in a bit later. There's Ben. He don't want to play that. Another raise from Mark. He's raised it up already, 6,000.
Pass.
A pass from Mr. Smythe.
Pass.
Pass from Jan.
Down to Ram then. What's he got under there?
Oh, and Ram's got a big slick. Wow. And this is what's happened. The last hand, Ram raised and Mark re-raised with a big slicker. Now it's
22 total.
you see, and now it's like tit for tat. You know what I mean?
Anything you can do.
Exactly. This is going to be great. And the beauty of it, Trevor, these guys are probably both thinking the other guys never had a thing. Do you know what I mean?
So here are the basics of Texas Hold'em. First of all, one person is made the nominated dealer or button. The player to the left places the small blind, then the next player places the big blind. These are bets to get the action going. All players are dealt 2 cards face down, called the hole cards. Now everyone can fold, call or raise. The first person to bet is to the left of the big blind. Now the first 3 community cards are placed in the middle. This is called the flop. These are cards for all players to use to make the best hand. Then there's another round of betting, but this time it's the player to the left of the button who goes first. The next card is dealt. This is called the turn, followed by more betting before the final card, the river. We have a final round of betting, and all players left in the hand must show their cards. The best 5-card poker hand wins the pot. Huge prize money at the Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe. If you make it through to the final, guaranteed $19,000. The winner of that final will win $120,000.
Yeah, not small change for any of these guys. Let's hope that we see some nice cards early with these guys and get plenty of action.
Cool.
Well, as Roland's picked up his first hand, an ace-7 suited.
Swanee with pocket tens.
Cool.
Well, he's only flat called. I mean, anything can happen here.
Cool. Anyway.
They're all flat called.
Family pot so far. It's round to Mark Goodwin rather. And now Smythe. Goodwin is in. Oh, Smythe's got the Cowboys. Now, what is Swanee going to do?
Well, Ram will only call. I mean, everyone's flat called the action here, and Peter's re-raised. They know he must have a big hand. So I fancy any overcards here.
8.
For Ram. Wow, look at this. Look at this.
This is terrible news for Smythe.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to still think that he's good, you know, and he knows Ram can make any sort of move 17. On him, so... Let's see what he's going to do here. He ain't got the nickname of Crazy Horse for nothing. Come on, Ram, what are you going to do?
And as you said, Ian,
I think he'll be raising because there's obviously a straight possibility, but he knows... Has he raised?
34 total.
Yeah, there you go.
Smythe may well think Swanee is making a move on him here.
Oh, for sure. I mean, because, you know, this is their MO. And Smythe knows that. He's more likely to put it all in. Well, I mean, he's not going to pick up kings too often. There you go. I mean, now
they're all over the line. In hand 5, Swanee has to call.
He's moved all in.
He's got the virtual nuts.
Ram's called.
Wow. Cards, please.
Peter shows pocket kings.
Run well much.
Ram
and barring a king here, Trevor. I mean, Ram's doubled up early.
Stay there, Peter.
Not quite dead yet, Smythe. Here comes the turn.
5.
Turn card is a 5.
Yeah, he wants
only a king.
Yeah.
Can save Smythe. It's not there.
Peter.
Ram.
Big round of applause for Peter Smith, please.
He got very unlucky, Peter Smythe. The Swanee hit trips on the flop. That bust Smythe's pocket kings. He lasted 5 hands. Crazy Horse took it down, and we're down to 5 already. And give that man chips is even more dangerous.
Absolutely fantastic.
88.
This is bad news for the likes of Goodwin and DeWolf to see Ram doubling up so soon.
My experience was short, sweet, brutal, but fun.
Good news in this heat is that you can all be out within an hour.
Button is on Shorvik. So it will be Ben Grundy, aka the Milky Bar Kid, to act first.
Cool.
What's
2.
the play?
Yeah, they nicknamed him the Milky Bar Kid because he was so young. I mean, it seems like he's been playing the circuit about 4 or 5 years now, and he still looks like a Milky Bar Kid, don't he? Fantastic player, though.
Cool. Anyways.
Almost disdainfully, DeWolf puts another 1,000 in the pot.
Well, he wants to, you know, there's 8 hands been played and he ain't had any action. He's a complete
9,
action junkie,
10.
Roland.
Check.
He wants to be involved in everything.
Check.
10s for DeWolf,
3.
9s for Vaswani.
Cool.
Well, it's all gone quiet on the table here. I'd like to know what he's thinking.
Pass.
Yeah.
Three. Check.
Yeah, bet this, Roland.
Check. Jack. Check.
Well, he's got his card. He's hoping Ben's got a queen here, Trevor. He got out of that ram, didn't he? So he...
Don't take. 10.
Okay, Roland wins the hands. Pair of 10s.
So DeWolf wins the pot, his first.
Flush. Well played with the flush, Roland.
Five-handed here then, after the early departure of Peter Smythe, taken down by Vaswani. Good win.
6 to play.
And Mark, yeah, he raised it up with these cards. 8, 10 suited.
6,000 to play.
Nice cards to open up the betting with. Let's see what Roland's picked up. No, we missed that.
Nothing he liked, obviously.
Cool.
Vaswani with plenty of paint.
Yeah, a couple of nice cards here for Ram. He'll want to take off a flop with this against Mark.
6, 2, 4.
Well, that,
Circle bet.
Flush
Check.
draw for a good win.
yeah, it's a good flop for Mark with his 8, 10 really.
10.
Mark bets 10,000, wins the hand.
Yeah, not interested, Ram, because he's got chips. If he was still level chips, he'd have been peeling off another card there, I'm sure. Yeah, he's very quiet at the table, Ram, but he's fully aware of everything what's going on. He's a great, great player. One of the top players in Europe.
The action is in the Scandinavian. Sjorvik, having a look.
Pass.
Says no.
He's put them in the bin.
Olaf,
Pass.
the bulldog.
Vaswani playing with 2-4 off suit.
Yeah, he's raised that up. Mark's got Jack 9 here. Let's see if he'll want to have a look at a flop with that. I think because it's against
Cool.
Ram, he will, yeah. So we got Ram with deuce 4 and Mark
10,
with 9
4.
Jack.
Well,
Queen.
fascinating. Open-ender for
Check.
good win. Pair for Vaswani.
Skeeter loves that position. How was that?
He'll get a call here
8.
from Mark.
Ram bets 8,000.
Cool.
Without breaking
Mark
sweat.
calls.
6.
6. No
Check.
use to either.
Well, it's definitely no good for Mark, but a plus card for Ram, obviously, because he's got the bottom pair.
15.
So he still comes out betting.
Ram bets 15,000.
Goodwin does
Cool.
not believe, does he?
Mark calls.
Well, he does. It's just that he knows if he hits, he's going to be in front, Mark. That's why. There you go.
And he
he's hit,
has.
Yeah.
Straight on the river.
But I don't think you'll see another bet from Ram here. I think he'll be checking this. He'll know Mark's been coming along with either a 10 or a straight draw, you see.
40.
Mark
No.
bets 40,000.
Yeah, he won't get any action.
King, queen.
Ramani had a pair of fours, he
Wins the
couldn't play.
hand.
Goodwin reaping the rewards there for staying in the hand.
Well, fantastic river for him, wasn't it? Fantastic.
King, queen.
King, queen.
Vaswani still the chip leader,
Layers.
taking a bit of a hit from Goodwin, who's moved into second.
Yeah, and the pair of them have got half the chips around the table between them here.
Here's the Bible as to what beats what. If all else fails, you've always got your high card. Next best is 1 pair, better still 2 pair. After that, 3 of a kind, also called trips or a set, followed by a straight, that's 5 in a row of any suit. Next up a flush, 5 of the same suit in any order. You'll usually win with a full house, 3 of a kind plus a pair. That's unless your opponent has 4 of a kind, also called quads. Almost unbeatable is a straight flush, 5 in a row of the same suit. And top of the pops, a royal flush, that's a straight flush, ace high.
Pass, 2 to play.
Shorvik
Cool.
says
Roland's called this, yeah, sorry Trevor, with the old 4-5 suited.
yeah, Shorvik not getting creative just yet, but De Wolf with suited connectors and Ram with an action hand.
Yeah, 10 jack, he'd be calling this.
Cool.
And what's
Cool.
the Milky Bar
Any
got?
raise?
He's calling.
No risk.
Wow, he's flat. He's hoping for a big flop here, Mark, and you know, he's thinking he's
Jack, 3.
going to absolutely tie him up. Well, it ain't a bad flop for him, but
Check.
This will
Ram's
be,
it a pair.
yeah, it'll be fascinating. Vaswani and Grundy have both hit
King.
their jacks.
Check.
That'll slow everything up now. Well, not Roland, eh? Not Roland, look.
3.
And he's got nothing.
And he's only bet 3,000.
Roland
but
bets
do you know
3,000.
what I mean? You must think. You
Sometimes
must think
the
he's
small
got a
bets look
king.
more suspicious,
Of
don't
course
they?
they do, yeah. Ram's had to call for 3. Ben's got a jack as well. Will he call? You know, he's got to think, even if none of them have got a king, one of them's got a jack, he's only got a deuce kicker. He's got a pass, really.
Cool.
Well,
Have to.
And
Goodwin says, yeah, okay.
well, he's looking for a middle pin straight, that's fine.
10 would make him the straight. An ace would be good for him too.
Queen.
That's the
Well.
queen.
Check.
That's give Mark the winning hand.
It does.
So far.
Kings and queens for Goodwin.
Check.
And
Check.
because it was cheap enough, he played.
And check.
And that is going to get the benefit.
Yeah, they'll all check that out. Mark will pick the chips
Queens,
up.
kings.
You almost heard him say that I have to play. It was so cheap.
Mark shows ace queen, says 2 pairs, kings and queens.
And Roland still hasn't shown his hand. These people have got homes to go to, come on.
Mark wins the hand.
Talk about playing to the crowd. They're all paid up members of the Mark Goodwin fan club now. Two of the most aggressive players around, those two, De Wolf and Vaswani.
Pass. Pass. 2.
We could probably get him a pillow if he wants one.
6. Cool.
Ram makes it 6,000 a play.
And
Vaswani will play any
Then
two.
Mark call.
5. 10. Queen.
It's hit Goodwin.
Check or bet. Check. Check. Check.
Check from Ram.
8.
Well. this
Grundy
ain't-
up and down now.
Yeah, yeah. But the spades will just slow the action right down. I don't think we'll be getting a lot here.
Grundy's going to
9.
bet his draw.
Ben bets 9,000.
Pass.
Wins the hand.
Yeah, that's a bold bet into that.
Cards in the air again. Hand 22. Suited ace for Vaswani.
Yeah, we know he likes to raise it up with this.
6 to play.
6 to play. Ben's reached for his chips early. He must have something. Yeah, a nice pair of
Makes it
8s.
6,000 to play.
I fancy he'll probably just flat called a 6 with these 8s. That's what he's done earlier. Well, now he's pumped
19.
it up.
Pass.
Pass from Mark. Pass from Jan. Pass from Roland. Back on Ram.
Never does too much in a hurry.
Cool.
He's going to make the call.
Yeah. Ben won't be liking this at all. He just wanted to take the pot down there and then. You know, he won't
4,
fancy it. Mind you,
4.
what a great flop for the 8s, and also a great flop for Ram. We could be seeing a bit of action here.
Nuts flush draw for Vaswani.
Yeah, he won't get off of this.
12.
Ben bets 12,000.
I fancy we might be seeing a raise here. And quite a big one. There's a few chips in the pot. There's 53,000 in there, Trevor.
And if he does raise, will Grundy believe in? There's only one overcard to his 8s, unless he puts Vaswani on a big pocket pair.
He's just
And
flat
calls.
called.
Vaswani looking for a diamond.
5.
That's not it.
There's still another good card for both.
Check.
Ben's slowed down now as well.
7.
Suddenly all gone very quiet.
Yeah. And that's a blank for Ram. But he's still going to come out and bet it, look.
It's the only way he can win.
15.
I don't think the bet's big
That's
enough,
15,000.
Trevor. If the bet was 30, then he takes the pot. I just don't think 15,000 is big enough. We might be seeing the Milky Bar put 15 in here.
Well, there's 80,000 in there.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got to think it's a value play.
Cool.
There you
Ben
go.
calls.
It was almost a crying call, and he's going to love it when he
Yeah.
sees Ram's cards.
Gentlemen.
Ace high.
8.
Pocket 8s
Yeah.
have taken down a big
Shows
pot.
pair of
It just
8s.
wasn't a big enough raise,
Wins
was it?
with 2 pairs, 8s and 4s. And wins the hand.
And that moves Grundy up into second place. He's got 135,000 now. The bet from Vaswani wasn't big enough. He's now down to third. Goodwin has become our new chip leader.
Yeah, 160 will be pleased with that, Mark.
Crowd on your side.
They're probably all from the same school.
I'm the younger.
Well, he almost looks like a sixth former, Grundy, doesn't he?
Oh, he's unbelievable, ain't he?
You're watching the Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe from London in a terrifically entertaining heat. We've already lost the internet qualifier Peter Smythe. We're 5-handed. Goodwin, the chip leader,
Cool.
but they'll all still be fencing their chances. Vaswani with 9-2. Ugly looking cards.
He's unbelievable, Ram, ain't he? I mean, he's called this with
4,
9 deuce.
6,
He's just unreal.
18. Check. 4. Cool.
Well, Grundy reckoning that no one had
Ben
hit the
bets
flop.
4,000. Roland calls.
Well, Roland's got a call. He's open-ended here.
2. Check.
3 or an 8 required by DeWolf to make that straight.
Roland bets 10,000 and wins the hand.
Well, he bet the draw,
Yeah,
and he took Grundy off the hand.
it's the first decent pot he's won. It's only a few chips, but it'll make him feel a bit more comfortable.
Real power poker from Roland DeWolf, who finally appears to have woken up. Ram Vaswani was the early chip leader. He's back down to 120,000.
Yeah, an action on Jan here. Let's see what he won't be playing these, we've seen.
Pass. 2.
Roland, didn't see what he had.
He always looks so disappointed to pass anything, Roland, doesn't it? Just wants to play every hand.
Well, Ram's got 8-3. It's a wonder he ain't raised it with these, Trevor, isn't it?
Cool.
Any two will do. Oh, Goodwin's got a pocket pair.
Yeah, and he's limped in as well.
3. 8.
Oh, man, look at this.
Well, at least there are 2 overcast of a 6s, and Goodwin, if he's careful, shouldn't lose too much more. We'll see.
8.
He's going to call this.
Okay, Ram bets 8,000.
He's going to call.
Call.
Mark calls.
I wouldn't want Ram limiting into any of my pots at all, because this is, you know, the reason you can't
Jack.
put him on anything. Well, he won't like that, Ram. That's just destroyed his hand.
He's now got jacks and 8s.
Yeah.
Jacks, of course, are common. It's counterfeited his 3s.
He's still in front, but it's destroyed
Queen.
his hand.
8.
Mark bets
8,000 to Vaswani.
Yeah, well, I think he'll call for the 8, but as I say, the Jack ruined his hand.
Is he wondering whether Goodwin got lucky and hit a queen on the river? Might have been playing with a hand like ace-queen.
Well, he might be thinking he was playing with 9-10, Trevor, and he's hit his queen, but I mean, a 37,000 in there.
He's getting nearly 5 to 1 on his money if he makes the call.
Yeah.
Call.
Ram calls.
Yeah, good call.
Goodwin shows
6s and jacks.
a couple of 6s, but they're not good enough.
He's a bit surprised he's won now, I think.
Yes, jacks and 6s. Ram shows an 8-3.
And a
Yes,
wry
jacks,
smile
8s.
from
Ram
Mark
wins the
there.
hand with jacks and 8s.
I'm good friends with Roland DeWolf and Mark Goodwin. We've played with each other a few times before, so we know each other's games. And it should be interesting. You know, Roland's a very aggressive player, you know, just like myself. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of action today.
Price of poker is going up here in London. Tournament director Barry Mundy has announced new blinds of 2,000, 4,000. Ram Vaswani is the chip leader with 142,000.
I remember then when you
But there's only about 11,000 between the top 3, Vaswani, Goodwin and Grundy. It's tight at the top.
Yeah, very tight, not a lot in it at all. And the other two guys are both only just under 100,000 anyway.
Thomas was the best against
8 jacks suited from Ben.
What happened with Thomas?
No.
Like that.
Walking
Race,
sticks,
12
Mark
total.
Goodwin.
It's a massive pot, and Thomas goes, he was bluffing on the
Jan's not had many cards today.
I know, I got them out straight.
What's he got here, Roland? King what?
We can see one king.
Wow, King 5.
Pass.
Anti-climax.
Anti-climax, yeah. All pass round to Mark with his pair of 7s. Very good player, as they all are.
He tormented the Devilfish, did Mark Goodwin, in the British Poker Open in this venue a year ago. Really got Dave Elliott rattled.
Well, he likes to dish out a bit of verbal, Mark.
Ram was massive on front, so I took some of his bit, boxed him. France.
Pass.
Yeah.
Pass.
I didn't know.
You know what I might do? I might go to Brighton on like Tuesday.
Small blind against big blind here with Ram and Ben. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, hey.
Arena's lovely.
That's a good hand for Ram.
Do you want to go down?
Well, it's got some paint in it.
I'm just away, so
9.
I'll stay at home.
Queen.
Now there will be action. Middle pair for Grundy, top pair for Vaswani.
He's unbelievable, Ram. Unbelievable.
Took a punt and he hit again.
Pass.
Yeah, nice pass from Ben. Dangerous flop, you know. 9 jack queen.
Roland's been a wee bit quiet by his own standards so far, hasn't he?
I'll tell you what I think it is with Roland. The last couple he's played, he's gone out early, first and second, and I think he's just biding his time a bit now. We know he's got an absolutely mad game. You know, he's a raving lunatic when he gets going.
Pass. Pass.
Vaswani is reaching with 2-3 offsuit.
12.
12,000 raised.
8 more.
He's made it 12 and Ben's past the king and Mark's past.
Poor geezer.
Crazy horse.
What? Done a lot of this.
Five-handed at the Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe, and we really have got some masters at this table. Vaswani, Goodwin,
Yeah,
De Wolf.
a very good array of the top players in Europe here, and Ram's dictating the table. I mean, he got doubled up early, so it is a bit easier to do, but he's just raising every pot. Look, he's got King 4 now.
12.
He's unreal.
Well, they've only played back at him sporadically. I think that's the point. They're allowing him to do this.
You're always frightened, Trevor, that the time you're going to get involved is when he's going to pick up a good hand, you know. And this is what happens all the time.
Chip collecting machine.
That's what he means by...
Vaswani has played more than 50% of the 31 hands so far.
Unreal, really, when you think it's a six-handed table.
Kills or Lederhosen?
Good, Bennett. Lederhosen.
Kilts. Lederhosen.
Snails or mussels?
Muscles.
Muscles.
Vegetarian.
London Eye or Arc de Triomphe?
Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe.
London Eye.
Van Damme or Van Gogh?
Van Damme.
Van Gogh.
Van Damme.
That is the tough one. Van Damme.
Lapland or lap dancing?
Lapland.
Lapland.
Lap dancing 100%. Oh yeah, lap dancing in Lapland.
Pass.
Grundy, A7, looking to bet it.
Yeah, I think he'll be raising this up a bit.
Raise
Wow,
13,
there we go. And Mark's picked up the big slick.
11 more.
I think he's announced 9 more, was it?
Okay, Ben makes it 13,000. Well, he's re-raising.
Oh, he hasn't put his raise in yet. Let's see what he's raised.
25 more.
25 more he's raised.
5,000 more.
Back on Ben, I don't think...
You did. 38,000 to play.
He did. It's a bit of a daft rise then, wasn't it?
Mark wins the hand.
Huge applause again for Goodwin. And he's now the new chip leader. It's been seesawing a bit at the top, actually.
It has a little bit.
Goodwin's got 154,000 now.
Yeah. I think Mark's gone round and tipped all the audience, because every time he picks up a pot, they all ruin.
We did.
Pass. Raise 9 total.
Okay. I'm going to play this kinky raise.
Cool.
Okay, Roland makes it 9,000 to play. Mark calls.
Flop a pair and just call me all the way down.
If I flop a pair, I'll just call you all the way down. Any pair.
Check. And 2.
Well, this is
Check.
quite a good action flop, to be fair.
Six.
Roland bets 6,000.
It nearly wasn't. You would never have known what I was
And
calling.
wins the hand.
Yeah.
3-7.
Mark can't play them cards. He's got absolute no draw whatsoever.
Very close.
You don't have as many results in 10k events without people raising you once or twice.
Still no cash and $10,000.
When was your last one? Huh?
For
When was
to
the last
play?
one you played? It's for the World Series last year.
These two are having a bit of mind games here, Trevor.
They're comparing CVs, I think.
Yeah. Well, Rams told Roland he's going to raise him all the time. He said, you don't get too much success in a $10,000 events like me without people making moves on you.
Pass.
How much success have you had?
9 more.
I know they're good pals off the table, but on the table, I mean, everyone's, they're all enemies.
Grundy's got a slick here.
Hey, Ben makes it 13,000 a play. Ram calls.
Ram is called with ace-6.
8.
Well, you won't want to see
7.
an ace here, Ram.
And 9.
What a flop.
Check. Check.
Yeah, good check from Ben. Good check.
King.
Wow, he'll like that, Ben. He'll like that.
He's going to pull the trigger now, Grundy.
No, Rams.
10.
Rams
Ram bets
bet 10.
10,000.
Well, I think he'll personally flat call this, but he's got to be thinking maybe there's some scare cards here. And he might want to try and get Ram out of the pot now. Yeah,
and 10-Jack is the kind of hand that Vaswani does play.
That's what I would have played.
And a 5.
Oh, there we are. There's the straight for Ram.
Look at Ram. That might as well have been a deuce.
25.
Ram bets 25.
Oh, he's
All
got
in,
all
says
in,
Grundy. He's going to get called.
Oh, I can't believe it. Has Ram called yet?
He hasn't called yet.
Oh, he's slow playing him.
85 total.
85,000 total.
Well, I think if he thinks Grundy's got 10-Jack, he's just got to say good luck if you've got it, hasn't he? Put his chips in.
Oh, he can't. He can't put him on that. He's going to call.
He must call.
The worst thing about this is Ben now thinks he's in front. Oh, this is horrible.
And Vaswani has him covered.
This is absolutely horrible.
He's thinking seriously about the 10-Jack, isn't he?
I know, I can't put him on 10-Jack. He's raised pre-flop. You know, he's not going to raise pre-flop with 10-Jack, and then Ram calls. The flop comes down, he checks. He knows he can get more chips up with Ram. Yeah, he had to call.
Well, he has made the call, and Grundy's going to be in big trouble.
It's king.
He sees the bad news.
Ram shows
well,
ace
Ben's
6.
gutted.
Ben has ace king, and Ram has it straight to the 9.
It was a really bad river for Grundy. He made his kings, but Vaswani hit the straight. He thought for a while, made the call, and the Milky Bar Kid is history, and Vaswani has nearly half the chips in play.
The tournament's been great. All the people I've spoken to have had a good time, and it's a good venue, and they've got good players. There's 25, 30 really of the top players in Europe playing here, so it's a good tournament to win.
You're watching the Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe. We're down to 4 in this heat. We've lost Peter Smythe and more recently the Milky Bar Kid Ben Grundy, both taken down by Vaswani, who's a big chip leader now.
Yeah, I mean, Ram the Terminator, eh? 2 gone and he's had them both. 259 he's got. On Jan's passed. Roland on the button. Let's see if he might step it up now.
Vaswani right behind him with a pair of sailboats.
Yeah. 11 total. 9.
Well, now Ram's got chips. Well, Mark's got a decent hand as well. But will he just smooth call this, Ram? Yeah.
Call.
Roland makes it 11,000 to play.
And
the Ram calls.
No nonsense from Mark Goodwin now, you see. Very good pass. You don't want to get involved with ace-9.
7. Queen. And 3. Check.
Well, obviously, Roland was the aggressor early on, so he's got to be slight favourite to pick this pot up.
Continuation bet may take Vaswani off the hand with
Roland
2 overcards, and indeed it does.
And wins the hand.
Well, that'll make Roland feel good. They're all giving him the wolf call.
They've all got their supporters here, Vaswani, Goodwin and De Wolf. Almost feels like an outsider, like he's at a party where he doesn't know anyone, Shulvik. But he's got a reasonable chip stack. He's more than 100,000, so he's still right in contention here. Barry Mundy, our tournament director, has told the players the blinds are going up 3,000 and 6,000 now. Donna is our new dealer, printing out the tickets for the 4 still remaining in this heat.
Yeah, and I think this might provoke a bit more action at the 3-6 level. Not from Ram.
Now, does Goodwin fancy making a move against the big blind with King 7?
Well, King's a reasonable hand.
17 total.
You know, heads up, so... Oh, well, Jan's got ace-10 here, so... Will he have the nerve and guile to smooth call, or does he want to just take it down here and now? Pump it up a bit.
It's 11,000 more to him.
Well, he looks like he's going to raise it, don't he? When you take this amount of time, I think what will be going through Mark's mind is he's got a big hand.
Cool.
And Mark makes it
Just flat calls it in the end.
And Jan calls.
Yeah. You got to mix it up a little bit.
6, 8, 3. Check or bet? Check.
They both missed.
Mark will throw these straight in the bin. He won't.
20.
Jan bets 20,000.
He won't even dwell up on this. Well, I know he has got plenty of moves, this guy. But the way the other fellas played the hand, Trevor, Jan, it just stinks like it's a bigger hand than what it actually is.
Yeah, just posturing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was always going to throw it away. So a decent pot that for the Norwegian. He is up to his highest chip level I think he's been so far in this heat. He's got 127,000 now. But they're all trailing in Vaswani's wake. We have reached hand number 60.
Pass, 6 to play.
Button is in front of the Norwegian. And Olav Sjurvik, who's got playable cards here.
Yeah, he should be raising with these two on the button. The worst thing about it is, Trevor, he's got Roland de Wolf and Ram Crazy Horse to get by.
13.
It's a bit like playing United, isn't it? If Rooney doesn't get you, Ronaldo will.
Exactly. He just don't want to let anything go, does he, Ram?
Cool.
Yeah, makes it 13,000 to play. Ram calls.
Well, he is ahead here. He won't think he is. Well, now he will.
9, Queen.
Oh, look at this. Real action flopped here.
Well, it might slow Ram down a bit because he's only got a bare king. But the other guy has got a straight draw.
Yeah, Jack would make the straight.
I think he'll bet now, Ram.
15.
Ram bets 15,000.
10, of course, would also be a good card for Sjurvik, but does he believe?
Well, he's got to think that his queen is probably marginal being good because Ram ain't raised him.
Cool.
Yeah,
you know, pre-flop.
Looking for a jack or a 10.
9.
Well, Vaswani has this locked up unless he folds.
Yeah, this will be a check as well, and they'll turn these over. Ram will pick up another pot. There's quite a big pot. There's 59,000 in here.
Both players check.
Yeah, there you go. Ram will be pleased for this.
Kings and
Ram
9s.
shows a king. Giving him kings and 9s. Wins
Well,
the
money
hand.
goes to money, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Vaswani takes another decent-sized pot and just extends his lead. He's got 279,000.
Wow, yeah, he's 150,000 more now than Mark. Yeah, he's the only one over the average chip stack, Trevor. But I mean, Roland's bottom stack, but he's still got 91,000. You know, One double up, he's there.
And that'll be exactly how he's thinking.
Yeah. The wolf's a good one. Oh.
6.
King 9 from the wolf on the button.
15.
He gave me permission. The captain.
Roland bets 15,000 and wins the pot.
Yeah. He loves it, doesn't he? He loves it.
The buy-in for this Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe, $7,500. They're all trying to turn it into 120,000. They have to win this heat, have a chance of doing that. And Baswani is the favourite at the moment with his big chip lead. But it can all change very quickly.
I know a couple of these guys in other heats have qualified for $1, Trevor, on Betfair. Unbelievable.
Pocket sixes here for the Norwegian. And he's got position.
There we go.
18. All in.
Jan bets
Roland's.
18,000. Roland moves all in.
Yeah. And we was just saying about how tight Jan is. So
Oh, he wants a count. I mean, he must think the best way he's in a race, and the worst way, if he's up against an overpair, he's in real trouble.
it's not a call in hand, these sixes, Trevor. If he calls it, he'll be devastated.
$61,000 more to him.
Is there any heart rate going on here? Do we know if he's gonna?
You really want to be pushing with your hand rather than calling.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, he's nearly asleep. There's no way in the world he's calling. There's no.
And he's confident that he's not going to get called, but he can't do anything else. He's made his decision.
He's just about ticking over, Roland.
And there's one very interested observer. And he has made the call.
Has he called?
He's made the call, and he's in big trouble.
Young calls.
Oh, Roland won't like this until he turns the cards
Pocket
over.
sixes, pair of sixes, and Roland shows pocket eights, pair of eights.
The wolf is covered, but he's a big favourite.
It's not good.
Queen.
Oh, no!
Man. Oh, it's unbelievable.
A set for Shorvik.
What was Queen 6-4?
The wolf is in huge trouble.
7.
Oh, worse.
7.
5 would work for a straight.
Come on.
5 or an 8.
9.
It's not there. It's a terrible bid for the wolf. He's played, by his standards, very conservatively today. He was a big favourite there all in. But that set of sixes from Shorvik has taken down the Wolfman, and we are down to 3. Just 3 left then. Vaswani is still the chip leader, but Shorvik is right in the mix now, and Goodwin will still quietly fancy his chances too.
We do a deal.
He's not like in this situation, is he? It was good to be playing again amongst some top players, and it's a shame that I won't be advancing to the final, but there you go.
Goodwin was criticising Shorvik for calling
Six
with
to
the
play.
sixes against
Wow, well,
the
he's
wolf.
got a nice idea again. Oh, and Ram's got a
18.
playable hand. It's King Queen's quite a nice hand just to call with, Trevor, because you know if you put someone on Ace Queen or Ace King and you flop one of them, you're in trouble. So you don't want to be re-raising with it.
Queen. Queen.
Wow, look at this.
At this.
Well, the ace has probably saved him.
Check.
He's going to bet it, though.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's come out of his shell, this guy. He's obviously been playing to a strategy, Trevor, because he was slowly.
Yeah, and bets 20,000.
Here goes the Hollywood from Botswani.
Well, Ram's absolutely open. He's got the ace here. You know, or even he's hit the queen. But he don't want to lose him here.
With 30.
He's
Re-raises to 50,000.
Well, he's got a definitive answer to his question, the Norwegian. Does he want to ask another one?
Well, he's reaching for chips. He's reaching for chips here, Trevor. We might be seeing a big pot here going in.
The pot is more than 100,000 already.
I don't know who Mark Goodwin will be rooting for here, because he'll be up against a massive chip stack if Ram wins. Well, his art rate was only at 85 last time and he called, so this is quite high for this guy. He's passed.
And lays the hand down, Ram wins the pot.
I'll give him credit for a decent fold in the end. We'll never know what would have happened if Botswani had checked that. 320,000, more than half the chips in play. There you see his large proportion of the play. Goodwin and Shorvik.
You can't really fault Ram the way he played it, but he must be thinking to himself, you know, there was a chance he could have got more chips out of that hand.
Call, any raise.
Well, I don't think he'd be interested to raise.
Jan checks. We have a family pot with 3 players.
Three-way then, for the first time since we started three-way
5,
action.
6, Queen.
6
5,
is for Goodwin.
6 queen, yeah.
Check. $10.
Ram bets 10,000.
With nothing.
Call.
Not that that's ever stopped him in the past.
If we get a free flop here, we might get a bit of action. Whoa, there we go. What a nice call that was.
Check.
Let's give him an open ender for Ram and 2 pair for Mark.
Both players
Check.
7.
Oh, mate.
When it's your day, it's your day.
Yeah.
Mark bets 10,000.
If there would have been a bet on the turn, Trevor, this pot might have been big enough for Mark not to get away from it.
50
Ram
total.
re-raises to 50,000.
And now Goodwin has got a decision with 2 pairs.
40,000 more.
This is a tough decision, but he's
one of you
passing,
lot should have played this for me because you'd have played it a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark lays the hand down. Ram wins the pot.
Very nice pass.
Didn't think about it for very long, did he? Just got a sense that he had been outdrawn.
How sick is that card?
By Botswani. And that little smile from him, I think, tells him he was right.
Yeah.
All blind, please.
Shorvik is down below 100,000. He's got 86,000 left. Goodwin has 95.
10-3 from Jan on the button. He won't be playing this. Let's see if we get a blind match up with these two. Oh,
Ace for Botswani.
He'll be raising.
Cool.
Oh, he's called.
16 more.
He might put him all in here, Trevor.
22 total.
He might put him all in here.
All in.
Yeah, I told you.
Cool.
Immediate call from Goodwin.
16,000. Ram re-raises all in. And Mark has called.
I wouldn't mind betting we're going to flop an ace.
Ram shows ace deuce.
Well, as soon as Goodwin said call, Botswani knew he was behind.
Queens.
The 2's not live. He needs an ace or somewhere to make a straight.
Thank you. See you later.
Jack, 2.
Well, that helps a bit. A few more outs.
4.
2 or an ace now.
He's got 5 outs.
8.
Turn card is an 8.
Got a dodge, a 2 or an ace. Goodwin.
3.
Yellow card is a 3.
And he is right back
Mark
in
wins
this.
the hand, doubles through.
Picked up the ladies at a great time. Got the all-in from Vaswani, and he's doubled through.
Well,
they are playable cards.
Yeah, he's got 2 nice cards there. Oh, Ram's picked up an ace. You can almost see what's going to happen here, can't you? Mark's got 10 jack.
Pass.
It'll be automatic call from Ram with the ace.
Ram makes it 17,000 to play. And Jan has moved all in. Just put the
Ram will not want to double him up though, Ian.
I know he won't, but the ace is such a big card. He knows this guy must be making a move in the next 2 rounds. So, you know, again, he could be making a move on Ram later. And yeah, he's going to call.
We have a showdown.
He's called for 60,000 more.
Jan shows King Jack of clubs.
And Shulvik has got to get lucky here.
Ram shows Ace Deuce.
He needs some paint.
Well, he ain't that much of a dog, but I mean, he's behind, you know.
Oh, straight away, he takes the lead.
Immediate
Jack,
service.
6 Queen, pair of jacks for Jan.
Vaswani's going to need an ace now.
3.
Turn card is
Only an ace can knock out the Norwegian. Wow. On the river.
Good job, good job.
It's Ram Vaswani's day. It looked like Shulvik was going to save himself, but when the ace came on the river, he's had to make the long walk, and Vaswani now has got this heat at his mercy. We're down to heads-up play.
It was a great atmosphere, and even for me, that is not British, I received a lot of support from the audience, and it was great.
We are about to start heads-up play in this heat of the Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe. And what a battle we're going to have. Crazy Horse, Ram Vaswani, is up against Mr. Cool, Mark Goodwin. He has around about a 2-to-1 chip advantage, Vaswani. But Goodwin is so experienced and such a good player, he still has a very live chance to make the final.
The way their chips are, Trevor, Ram's got a 2-to-1 chip lead, which basically would represent his odds in going through, you know. But as every hand progresses and the chips close up or open up, it'll reflect the odds again.
We're about to start hand number 76. Blinds are still 3 and 6,000.
Pass.
Heads up, the button is always first to speak. Goodwin gives up the first pot.
Cool. Any raise?
No.
Check. Two. Ace. And 2. Check. Check. 5.
Well, that's it. Goodwin.
Yeah, not a
5s
bad
and 2s
card.
now.
But it's give Ram the nut flush draw as well.
And a 2.
Full house for Goodwin.
Check. 10,000.
Well, he might think his king's good here, Trevor. This is what he's thinking about. You know, 10,000 is a sort of a small bluff on the end, isn't it?
Score house, 2s and 5s.
Mark shows a
Goodwin
house.
shows the full house, and that's enough to beat the Swannies. I think.
You know, he knew Mark never had a pocket pair, so he's
Blinds
just
up,
betting
yeah?
he didn't have a 5.
Blinds up.
That's the first hand.
So now 5,000.
Goodwin has won any
10,000.
kind of chips in the heads-up battle.
Scary.
Hand 81.
And the blinds are up 5 and 10,000 now. And we are pretty much as we were at the start of heads-up play.
Yes.
2-1 advantage for Vaswani.
That's right. Oh, Ram, ace
Call.
queen, what a
Anyways,
lovely hand again.
And he's just calling.
6, 5,
And now Goodwin takes the lead here.
Yeah.
Top pair.
check.
I think Ram will bet this with his ace queen.
10,000.
The round bet's
Mark.
10,000.
Mark's cards were so bad, he's just checking, make sure he got the 6.
Mark calls.
That call from Goodwin.
4. Check.
Yeah, that'll scare Mark a bit because Ram
Check.
had him before
Both players check.
on a middle pin
And a 5.
straight.
Check. Yep. And check.
Yeah, Mark will take this one down.
Sure.
Both players check.
2 pair for
Show
Goodwin.
round.
5s and
Up to
6s.
pairs.
Mark
Ram.
shows
Six and
He
five.
throws his cards away.
Yeah, Ram
2
don't want to
pairs,
show his
6s and
ace queen
5s
there.
wins the hand.
Just getting a little nearer now to Vaswani.
Queen deuce from
Call.
Ram.
Call.
Calls. Another check.
Another cheap flop.
Jack. Queen.
Well,
And 3.
Well, now we might get action. Top
Check.
pair Vaswani.
yeah.
Goodwin's paired his jack.
10,000. Call. 5. Check.
Well, Ram's hand is so strong here because he's got the 4 clubs.
25.
Yeah.
Top pair in a flush draw. Goodwin
I think
only
he's
has a
got
pair of jacks.
Yeah, but I think he's got to call it. I mean, you know, second pair against Ram.
Call.
You've got to think that you're in there. This comes a 7
Why
of
don't you?
clubs. Wow.
Check.
Let's just give Ram 2 pair on the end here.
The round bet's 60,000.
Wow, that's quite a big bet. I mean, this is a big chunk out of Mark's stack if he calls this.
There's 150,000 in there now.
Yeah, this is a big chunk out of it. Oh, he's called it.
Mark
Well,
calls.
he's made the call and he's going to hate it
Yeah,
when
he is.
Vaswani shows him his 2 pair.
Ram shows
Two pairs.
queen deuce.
Queens and 2s.
2 pairs, queens and 2s.
Well, he was always behind, but
Rambo
Pass.
wins the hand.
And that's made a big difference to the ratio of chips on the table. It's now around a 5-1 disadvantage there for Goodwin.
yeah, he's down to 113,000.
Call. And you raise. Check.
Another cheap flop then. 8-4 for Goodwin.
8.
That's good
2.
news.
And
Very
8.
good news. But he's
Check.
not going to get much action out of Ram, I don't think.
No, unless we get a king come now. If a king comes, we will
10
get
five.
action. Well,
He's betting into Goodwin.
he's relentless, isn't he, Ram?
Raise. 40 total. 30 more. Pass.
Well, it was a definitive reply, wasn't it, from Goodwin?
Come on, let's have an exciting hand here.
Action's going to be on the chip leader with a pair.
Wow, there you go. I think I've called one there. Wow, here we go.
Nice.
Mark's got an ace-5.
Check.
Oh, they flat call and a jack.
6.
Oh dear.
King. And 5.
Well,
Well, this might be enough.
Bottom pair for Goodwin.
Yeah.
For Swanee with his pocket threes.
He wants to find out, Ram.
Cool.
Ram bets 10,000 and Mark calls.
8.
Not a good card for either.
Check. Check.
Both players
It's gone check, check.
I think this would be about desire. This would be a check, check. Well, Mark looks like he's coming out with this.
Representing the straight.
Yeah.
25.
Mark bets 25,000, wins the hand.
We knew that his pair was good anyway, but he's taken down a useful pot there. So Goodwin to speak first.
20 total.
He's raised it up with 6-4. See what Ram's got. 5-8. Fancy he'll be calling with these.
Well, he's got the chips to see a flop, hasn't he?
If we get a low to middling flop, then we're going to get some action.
Queen. 9. And 7.
Flush draw now for Vaswani.
Check.
Yeah, but it's not that great for Mark. I don't think he'll be getting too excited with this.
25.
Well, he's come out and bet it.
With no hand.
I think if Ram raises here, it's the end of it.
I mean, Goodwin.
He's
all
all in.
got a draw
He's
here.
all in. Yeah,
Pass.
that's the end of it.
No way Goodwin could play. And a flush draw and a straight draw there, Vaswani. And a lot of chips.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
No, yeah. The Thunder was the one.
Just 118,000 for Goodwin. Massive hand for Vaswani.
Absolutely massive. What's Mark? Oh, well, here we go. Here we go.
Raise 25 more.
And this is an odd hand. Oh, he's gone all in. Mark a call. Yeah, there we go.
That was music to Vaswani's ears. All the chips are in the middle.
All in
and Goodwin's going to have to get very, very lucky.
Ram shows
he needs
ace
a
king.
snowman.
Mark shows ace 8.
Absolutely got him smothered here.
Here comes the flop.
Ace.
Still needs an 8.
Oh,
there it is!
there we go.
2 pair for Goodwin.
Mark hits 2 pairs, aces and 8s.
And the seven don't do him no favours because it's too small.
10.
10. Well, he's got the diamond now, Ram.
Diamond draw.
He's picked up another 9 outs here, Ram. Oh, man, you just know he's going to hit it, don't you? You know he's going to hit it.
King of a
or
diamond.
None.
How's your heart,
Dun 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 dun.
No.
6 to 6.
And Goodwin is
And
back
Mark
in
doubles
this.
up.
Doubles up. Aces
Wow.
and 8s.
He was a big underdog. Ace 8 against the slip. Now he's right back in it. And that would have really hurt Vaswani. Not just in chips, but he knew what a big favourite he was.
That was unbelievable, Trevor. So exciting.
Yeah. It's better to be lucky than good. Just remember that.
118.
Don't stack it all up. Just leave it as it is so we can see.
118, yeah?
Yeah, 118.
We're approaching the 100th hand in this heat of the Betfair.com Poker Masters of Europe. Goodwin looked down and out.
Yeah, this has been an absolutely fantastic heat, Trevor. I mean, and these are the Poker Masters of Europe for sure.
And it's not over
Oh,
yet.
look at
Vaswani's
this.
found a big hand again, ace 10.
This is massive.
Raise 30
He's raised it again. What's
20.
Mark got? Oh, no, Mark's got ace 5.
The Ram raises to 30,000.
He's got more chips this time, though,
Mark
Trevor. So,
re-raises.
well,
100 total.
To 100,000.
Big raise from
total.
Goodwin.
All in.
yeah,
All in, says
all
Ram.
Oh,
Ram
here
moves
we
all
go.
in.
He won't like this, Mark. He won't like it. He will not like it. He knows he's behind now.
Cool.
Oh,
And he's made the
gone
cross.
off again.
And he's going to have to get lucky again.
Ram shows ace 10.
Another matchup.
Mark has ace 5.
Oh, dear. I wouldn't mind betting a split pot comes here.
Well, it's possible.
Well, there's one
More
card
so
for
now.
it. Oh, mate, that's it.
Flops
That's
queen,
it.
10 deuce. Ram has a pair of tens.
Goodwin needs a miracle from
just to
here.
make it exciting.
Well, that's part of it.
10 cards of 5, giving Mark a
This
pair
is
of fives.
mental. Absolutely fantastic.
Can he find another one?
He needs a 5 or nothing.
There are 2 left in there.
No,
It's
that's
not
it.
there.
We have our winner,
And Rambaswamy finally takes down Mark Goodwin. The ace-10 held up against the ace-5. He's been the most aggressive player in this heat by some margin, and he is going to be a fearless competitor and a tough man to beat in the final.
Oh, Trevor, that's one of the best heats I've commentated on. I'm glad you invited me in here today.
Choose that one.
Goodwin is a very gallant loser, but he does have to go. He's been driven out of town by the crazy horse.
At the end of the day, I hate losing, but you know, if I had to pick someone I was going to lose to, it'd be Ram. So, sort of softens the blow.
Obviously, it's a good tournament for me so far. You know, I enjoy the structure, the six-handed table. I think it suits my game as well. The fact that it's win only. So yeah, I wish all tournaments were played like this.
First to go was the internet qualifier Peter Smythe, pocket kings, but he lost to Ram's pocket tens when Crazy Horse flopped a set. Out in fifth was Ben Grundy. He had ace king. Ram only had ace six, but hit a straight on the river. Out in fourth was Roland de Wolf. He had pocket eights against Shorvik's pocket sixes, but the Norwegian flopped a set and the Wolfman had to go. Out in third was Shorvik. His king-jack behind to Ram's ace-2. The Norwegian hit the front on the flop, but was rivered when the ace came down. In heads-up play, it was Goodwin who had to give way. His ace-5 always behind against Vaswani's ace-10. Crazy Horse through to the final six.